Hello everyone, Kevvl here once again with, well, there's no escaping it now. I've got no other choice. It's time to take on the hardest Maverick. Now you may be wondering, well, who's the hardest Maverick? That's actually very easy to answer. I can tell you that just based on the weapons. You see, Squid Adler uses a weapon known as the Tri-Thunder. Does that sound familiar to anyone? That's right. Our old friend used to use the Triad Thunder. And if you think that's slightly different, well, in the Game Boy version, he used the Tri-Thunder with no add, so, yeah. To make matters worse, this guy is Volt Kraken in Japan. Oh boy. Here in America, he's named after Steven Adler from Guns N' Roses. He's got the energy cart that we need to power the Enigma. If you didn't like Jet Stingray's stage, you probably won't like this stage either. It's another ride chaser level, although thankfully it's only about a third of the actual level that's in this chaser. Supposedly the floor is broken and it'd kill us if we were walking on it. Also, if you noticed, there aren't any enemies here, probably because of the aforementioned floor. There's just those barriers you have to shoot through. There's also energy orbs to pick up. If you collect all 8, then you can bust through that door in front. If you collect just 1, or anywhere in between, then nothing happens. I don't think it's possible to collect less than 1. I've tried, and it's... that last one, I always grab it. Alia told us that little scientist up there who was screaming for help, apparently he needs help. Thanks, Alia. You're useful. Not. The main gimmick of this level is these locks. You have to shoot the lock to open up the door. Don't run into the lock unless it's fully closed, because you will take damage. And spark gunners. You gotta shoot them you've gotta shoot them while they're shooting at you, otherwise nothing will happen. The same doesn't apply for guardians, who, as I've recently learned, you can actually shoot through their shields. How nice. Also, collecting a scientist gives you a 1-up and a bit of health. Quite nice. Another spark gunner to take out. Sadly, the moving too close to it trick doesn't work this time around, but it does give you more rapid shots. And we got more locks to deal with. Make sure to take them both at the same time, otherwise they might start retracting and then you'll have to take out them again, and it's all lame. Not too bad, though. Couple electric locks. Don't have to worry about hitting that one with your head, or this one for that matter. It'll just fly harmlessly over you. And we've got more locks. Oh boy. Thankfully, these ones aren't too bad. You just gotta shoot them a couple times, and we're through. Just don't fall into the spikes. Grabbing another scientist, get myself another life, even though it doesn't make any difference, especially in X5. If I were to lose all of my lives and go to a continue point, I would start off at the same as if I'd had those lives. So, yeah, no point in grabbing them. Oh well. It gives you health, too, so I guess that counts for something. One last set of locks, and we're on to Squid Adler. Now, you're probably asking yourself... No, you're probably not asking yourself, but you might be asking yourself, is Squid Adler funny floating? The answer is a definitive no. Squid Adler is painful floating. Very painful, not funny at all. Squid Adler, will you do me a favor?
No!
This is how you greet me after so long? No, nice to meet you again. Or, I'm sorry. Not even a hello. How rude. You haven't changed at all. I'm sorry about Launch Octopus. Translation. I wasn't referring to such an old story. You destroyed him because you are a Maverick hunter. It's your duty, your mission. Well, I got fed up with the hunter jobs. That's why I quit, not because of Launch Octopus. Please, we have little time left. Give me the energy cartridge. You are free to take such a worthless thing. But what a simpleton you are. Even if you get it, you can't change the fate of the Earth. I'll take my chances. I'll leave without fighting you. Thank you very much. Every Reploid has been infected by the virus and become... Leaving now? No! He's been infected too! Woo! Maverick Hunter? 5 frames per second? I'm rolling with it. You will be terminated, just like you did to Octopardo. I have no idea why, but my frames rate just went down to 0. Oh well. Keeping going. His first phase is actually quite easy. All we have to do is fire at him and jump over his little electric shocks. Once he's down to 2/3 health, after 6 shots, he'll move into the center and move into phase 2. If he's not at 2/3 health after those 6 shots, he'll move into the center and just keep firing at you. But if he's at a low enough health, and if you keep firing at him, not an issue. Now, the thing that makes Squid Adler a real pain, it's not those electric shocks. It's not the fact that he likes to rush at you and corner you. It's not the fact that he can electrify the floor. And it's not the fact that he's got these blocks that like to trap you. It's the fact that he does all of these things at the exact same time and can easily overwhelm you. That is why I hate Squid Adler. His desperation move is also sporadic, random, and very quick. Whoa, that was way too close for comfort. Here's his desperation attack. He will very quickly, keyword very quickly, rush to one side of the screen, and then fire sparks at you. You gotta jump between them. He can also do that from the bottom of the screen. But I think... Oh my god, I finally did it! Yeah! I don't care that my frame rate died halfway through that. I don't care that my hard drive is almost full of outtakes. And I just won. I don't really care about anything else. Clear time, 4 minutes. 8 Mavericks defeated, no damage received, and an A rank, thank you. You got DNA data, yada yada. Basically, we got the Tri-Thunder. Normally, it fires the same as Squid Adler used it. 3 directions a la Quickman, but with lightning orbs that travel along surfaces. Charge it up, and he'll summon 6 random lightning bolts across the screen. As a bit of a side note, X's color scheme is the exact same as the Thunder Beam, so it's a bit of a throwback to Mega Man 1. Also, I think, yes, since we killed a higher level Maverick, we'll get some weapons, and we can either get life or energy. It doesn't matter which one you get. E-Blade, okay, whatever. And we got the energy cart. Yes, 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 yes. She's telling us his backstory, not important. Let's save so that I can finally be rid of this freaking nightmare. Oh lord. Emergency? Oh, that'll be next video. Come on now, we have outtakes and extras. Let's get right to it. Alright, extras time. Let's try and grab all those energy orbs. There's one there. A couple gates and one there. One up here. And one there. Gotta jump for that one. And jump for that one. And that last one. And that's all of them. Managed to die exactly once trying to get all of them, but oh well. And Alia's still saying unimportant things, but oh well. Let's fire off those orbs at that door and see what we got. And it exploded! Proceed with care, she says. Well, what evil could be behind this door? Aha! Hey, it's a light capsule. This is the program for the head part of the Falcon armor. Analyze and upload the data to your main memory in a secure area. Once you upload all program, blah blah blah. With the head part, use your special weapons with less energy. Now, take the advantages of the special weapons and triumph. Notice that's actually worse than the one the 4th armor gave us. Oh well. And the other extras require more things, so I'll be back in a while. For the heart container in this stage, you need that other armor, the Gaia Armor. I'll have to detail how to actually get it later, but for the most part, you need the Falcon armor to get all of its parts. The Gaia Armor can bust through these blocks, walk on spikes, and with a dash, even push these blocks. Which is interesting, because that means that the Gaia Armor is almost entirely designed for getting things, but oh well. Through this door and you got yourself a heart container. As a note, this door will never close back up, so you won't get trapped. Same with the one over here. You're free to take as long as you like. And onto some outtakes. There are a lot of them, so enjoy! If you didn't like the Ride Chaser segment from Jet Stingray's stage, you probably won't like this stage either. there aren't any enemies in this area, but you can get killed by pits. Be careful, because the electric part of the lock will hurt you. That was a demo. These are spark gunners. They'll fire a little electric spark at you, and just like every other spark in Mega Man X, it will travel along the walls or... I didn't know that could hit you if you're ducking. It can't! How'd I get hit? That doesn't make any sense. Huh. Weird. Basically the same as grabbing a large energy capsule. He'll also give you... Whoa, that was way too close. I was one shot off and almost killed myself. I'm silly. And then this happens. Wonderful. Duck here. And one more lock segment. At least one more irritating one. Here you've got to use the rope, and you've got to duck, and you got to do all sorts of annoying... Wow! Try and micromanage, because if you destroy or you close up one lock all the way, the other one might start retracting. No, let me through, let me through! Darn you! And this is what happens when you miss a jump and desync the locks. How wonderful. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for them both to open back up, because otherwise it won't work. This level is all about patience, which means I hate it. Okay, we're clear. Be careful of the locks. After all that. Oh my... Which is another good reason why I killed him quickly. Whoa, I almost got hit by a spark there. Yikes. This... Freaking hell, I didn't dash. Darn it. At about 2/3 health, he'll start doing things like that, which makes him even more annoying to deal with. Freaking hell. A lot of this fight is about paying attention to everything that's happening, and knowing how to not get hit by his freaking box trap. Darn it. He's got a couple irritating attacks, and by a couple irritating attacks, I mean everything he does fills me with rage. His volt shot... Freaking hell! Sorry about that. As you can see, this is a very, very hectic fight. From the bottom... Gotta be very careful with that. Oh, frickin' hell! He didn't have the bottom spark, so I was caught off guard by that. Darn. And, whoa! You can get some pretty close calls, especially when he suddenly transitions into Phase 2, and just speeds up randomly. Blast it! I just slid into him that time. Once he gets into Phase 2, it becomes a lot more freaking annoying to deal with him. Darn those energy sparks. He's random, he's unpredictable, and he just shot the floor twice. What was the... Whoa! Never down. Whoa! Frickin' gosh darn you cornering me. I mean, like, how are you supposed to dodge something like that? You're not. It's just that simple. I generally prefer to ignore them regardless, because better safe than sorry, you know? And he moved into his second phase before I could react, and I got hit about 3 times. That's what happens. Way too many things happening at once. If you can deal with that, you'll be fine. And I apparently can't deal with that. His Desperation Attack is thus. He can use it from the... there was no way I could have avoided that, because I would have either hit the block, hit him, or hit the floor, or hit the... everything. And thus, Squid Adler. I like to do it periodically, and it can either come from the sides, or he can launch it off from the bottom, in which case, you've got some hard maneuvering to deal with. Whoa! Whoa! Holy hell, that was close! Oh my god. I might win this. I just have to shoot him. What? No, my god! No! God dang it. Oh, damage received, 4. Squid Adler is something else, but really, he wasn't quite as hard as I expected. Of course, that doesn't change too much. His rating is still going to be pretty darn high. I give Squid Adler a 9 out of 10. I'm bordering on a 10, maybe a 9.5, but I don't really deal with decimals, so he gets a 9. His stage is very easy, so that hurt his score a bit. It didn't quite feel as painstakingly difficult as, say, Sting Chameleon or Volt Catfish's stage. Because they were hard bosses, but they had pretty decent stages to boot. Still, he's definitely very hard, and deserves honorable mention as a definitive nightmare boss. The issue with Squid Adler is trying to avoid being cornered. He's very good at giving you no room to move. Like Split Mushroom, much of the fight is about paying attention and multitasking. This time you need to listen for when he charges the floor, watch the blocks to see if they're electrified, and, if possible, remember where his tri-sparks are coming from so they don't catch you off guard. All the while, keep an eye on his health bar. That way you make sure he doesn't speed up and catch you unaware. Thankfully, his movements are slightly predictable. I consider the fight like a game of chess. He always moves 3 times before performing an action, and you need to plan ahead to make sure you can avoid those 3 movements while simultaneously performing for whichever action he decides to use, be it firing off the Tri-Thunder, or electrifying the floor, or even his Desperation move, which is very fast. All in all though, it's an extremely fun fight, and even though I failed nearly every single attempt, including practice runs, I enjoyed this. Up next, we got someone slightly easier, but it's still going to be difficult. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, this is Kevvl, signing off. Ciao.